This is an effort to turn up Tiger teamwork. Sweet. Alright, so first thing, let's just review. We're talking about the 5D world, 5D, or shared consciousness. Okay? Alright, so the 5D world, think about it as like forces that we can't see, right? Okay, so let's imagine one of these forces is teamwork, or the bond you feel or don't feel when you're vibing really well at practice, right? Okay, so got a bunch of people, okay? Visualize them all connected by, like I want you to try to see the force, right? See these forces connecting everybody, okay? Now, what do they look like? Okay, so we talk a lot about mimicking. Whenever this is vibing really well, right? Vibing, protect the vibe, tiger vibe. People start mimicking each other. And we noticed it in stretching. Whenever the stretch is going really well, one day the guys were outside and went out in the sun for the first time, and you could tell it just elevated everyone's mood. And these turned to little pluses. Everyone was excited to be outside, right? So try to visualize that. A bunch of little pluses, everyone flowing together. And then their subconscious communication was looking at all the other tigers. Tigers see, tiger do, just like monkey see, monkey do, right? And they started emulating. They started moving exactly at the same time. Started clapping at the same time. That's the purpose of that. It's built in, right? So you get together. When the clap is really tight and coordinated, it powers up these plus signs on the shared consciousness. Okay, now, what if somebody has their headphones on and they're saying, no, I don't want to be a part of the shared consciousness. I need to be off on my own. Well, maybe, they're okay with that, and maybe they're trying to be a part of the group, but somebody else perceives negative signs. Oh, well, this person doesn't want to tap into the same shared consciousness. They want to be on their own. Think about the leaders. They're trying to lead a stretch and have anyone integrated. How does that make them feel, right? It's not the most positive, right? So let's get the mimicking up. Let's get the tuning in up, right? A next thing that we noticed, right, was dropping in on an underwater set, okay? At first, on the first round, everyone dropped in together and pushed off together. It was very synchronous, and it was awesome. It was like beautiful. It's easy to time, so I like it too, so I don't have to do a bunch of math. But not only the benefits of it being easier to time, the performance was better, right? And think about these forces right here. They were plus signs. They're saying, we're doing this together. We're underwater together. We're going fast together. They have that team mojo. The vibe is vibrating pluses. Now, we have some people's anxiety levels start to go up, right? They can't make it. Their lungs hurt. Then, boom, the downward spiral of their thoughts. I can't do this. I'm not good at underwaters. Blah, blah, blah. I'm letting my team down, right? Shame, guilt, all these low-level fight or flight. In comes the cortisol, freaking out. Oh, gosh, I want you to go to that place and visualize your mind breaking through and ascending, right? You're going up. I'm free of the shame of not making it. I'm calm. I'm cool. I can do this. I'm going to drop in with my teammates and push off with them. If you drop off behind, okay, think about this. We got 4 people on the wall, all right? They're all in lanes, okay? They're dropping in and pushing off, and they've got their conscious mind focused on their goal. What are we doing? We're kicking ass underwater. But their subconscious communication is taking in all of these pluses and minuses, right? So you drop in late, you have defeated body language, your vibe, your vibrations, right, are negative. Their subconscious communication is going to pick that up, and it's going to distract them. It's going to not be as supportive, right? It's not going to be like, oh yeah, we got this together. Somebody on my team's in trouble. We're preaching all this caring about each other. It's working, right? But maybe, the shared consciousness is more powerful now. So there's even more of a reason. Okay, so I caught up with a couple people and empowered them a little bit with this at practice, and I was like, we need you. We need you to drop in on time. We need you to push off on time. The people that did it, not only did they start making their underwaters, props to you guys. The people the front that were always making it went from like 11.8, right, these guys, to 11.2. Okay, so the shared consciousness turned from negatives to pluses. And the performance, not only of those people went up, but everyone went up, okay? And it was easier to time, so my anxiety was down, right? I'm not clicking 3 things. I'm not getting frustrated because I see you in that moment when you're consumed by those low level fight or flight. You're hurting more than you need to. The cortisol is winning. You know, the lactic acid is a good thing. It's lactic acid fermentation is the fuel we use whenever, you know, we run out of oxygen, and that's that hypoxic thing. So again, let's start programming. That pain is healing, not too dangerous, right? But the dangerous part is the spurts of anxiety, not the tissues working, right? So if we're real zen and we're calm and cool and we're cranking those underwaters, we're creating a great training effect for our mind and our body, but we're also being safer, right? Because in the moment, the panic plus the, you know, tissues being stimulated and the fight or flight drops, that's the dangerous moment. So let's tune into the shared consciousness and realize we're all capable underwater, right? And let's attack it this way. But what else can we look for in this shared consciousness? Okay, there was another thing I noticed after a really hard set. This is really high level because I don't know if anyone's working on this. You got to stay in this shared consciousness. After the biggest endorphin drop, after the fight or flight hammer, the last rep, we tell you to empty the tank. Then, okay, you got to keep your mind in a state of success. Like, that was hard, but I'm okay, right? I'm going to get in and warm down with my team. I got to keep these plus signs up. I'm cutting through those waste products with my thought. I'm sharpening my mind. It's evolving. It's going to get better at shuttling out those waste products. It's going to get better at telling yourself in those moments when you're kicking underwater, you can do this. Remember last time you got finished and you had some high fives and you got on with your warm down. You didn't lay out and, oh God. Also, let's talk a little bit about what is happening chemically when you finish a really hard set and then you lay down and you like put your body in a give up position, right? That's telling your psyche, that was it. That was all I had. I couldn't have done any more, okay? And although your effort should be rewarded, it was a great effort. It's probably unlikely that you were at 99% and 100% was impossible, right? What does that even look like? Okay, so let's have faith that we tapped it in as best we could, right? But we can still tap into warm down, right? We can still thrive. We're thriving. We're not, right? Make it look easy. Make it seem easy for your psyche, and you're going to be that much better at it. So when we hit this underwater set next Thursday, let's be in the shared consciousness. Let's look for it in our stretches. Let's look for it in everything we do. Look for it when you're talking to your friends, when you're talking to your parents. Think about this, and it will help you.